Good day, students. Welcome to vocabulary presentation, book 4, unit 2, part 2. Okay. In part 1, we did the vocabulary for unit 2, for book 4, unit 2. So now we're going to do some reading and also check if you can do the vocabulary exercises related to unit 2 and if you can answer the questions. Okay. My name is Mr. Vernon and I will do this presentation with you. Okay, so enjoy yourselves. There's a lot of reading here today, so I would suggest if you need your glasses, please put on your glasses because there is a lot of reading to be done today. Okay, have a good day. Let's continue. Okay. Okay, so vocabulary for reading 1. The first word is a fact, something that is true, a study, people that look in-depth analysis of something that they want to know of. Okay, for example, the COVID, there's a study happening right now about the COVID-19 situation. Scientists want to find out what are the causes, how did it happen, and what are the solution to fix this problem. Okay, combine means to put some things together. Yeah, create means to make something new. Curious means to find out something new that you didn't know maybe before. Encourage would be the same as motivation. Encourage your friends or your parents encourage you to work hard and to study hard. Focus on is to pay attention to something. Logical means, again, something that makes sense. Measure is to see how big or small something is. Original, something that is cannot be copied. Okay, asli. Prove means to show that what you're saying is the truth. And solve means to fix the problem or to fix the situation. So this is the vocabulary for reading 1, students. Okay, if you can remember it. Okay, next slide. Okay, so reading 1. Can we teach creative thinking in schools? So the question is, can we teach creative thinking in schools? Can we teach students to be creative thinkers? Vocabulary, number 1 says, read the list of sample test questions and the list of academic subjects. Match each question with the appropriate subject. Pay attention to the bold-faced words. So students, on your left, you have sample test questions. So number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. On your right-hand side, you have academic subjects. So these are the subjects that we study at school. So the first one is physical education, sports. Yes. History is about things that happened in the past. Yeah. Math or geometry. I think everybody knows what math is. And number D is English. Okay. So underneath there's a question. Which academic subjects do the questions belong to? Notice the bold face or notice the words in bold. Okay. So we need to match number 1, 2, 3, 4 with A, B, C, or D. Okay. So just to make sure you understand. So let's do number 1 together. Number 1 says, create a timeline of the most important events in England between 1500 and today. So with what subject does it match? It matches with history. Yeah. So we have to say the timeline when this happened, when that happened, when that happened, when that happened. Yeah. So it gives us a full idea of what happened in the past. Okay. Number 2 says, right, so number 1 and history, number 1 and B go together. Number 2 is, write a 1-page essay to compare 2 regions of Saudi Arabia that you know well. Focus on one topic, for example, scenery, food, nature, towns, or buildings. Okay, so you need to write a report or an essay about a region in Saudi Arabia. So the region is the Eastern Province, or Jeddah, or the central in the middle is Riyadh, or in the south, which is Abha, Najran. Yes, so it means to compare these regions. Yeah, you have to write an essay. So with what subject does it basically go with? A, B, C, or D? What do you think? Okay, quickly, 10 seconds, think quickly. Okay, I would say English, because you are writing a paragraph comparing the two regions, yeah? So it cannot be sports, it's also not history, because the things that you have to write about is the scenery. What does it look like? The food, the nature, the towns, or the buildings. So it's basically about English, I think. It's not math. It's also not history, yeah? Number 3, is the following a fact or is it an opinion? World War II ended in 1945. Is the following a fact or an opinion? World War II ended in 1945. What do you think? Is it sports? Is it history? Is it math, geometry, or is it English? Okay. If you said history, congratulations. Yes. So we have to look at the history of the World War II, that it ended in 1945. Yeah. Okay. I think number 4 is obvious. Number 4 is obvious. Fx equals 7 and y equals z. It is logical to say blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I think that is easy to understand. Number 4 connects with math. Number C. Okay. Okay. Here we have the same. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Is it sports? Is it history? Is it math or geometry? Or is it English? What does it match with? Okay. Okay, students, I will give you 1 minute. Okay. I will give you 1 minute. Just write in your notebooks. Number 5, D, number 6, A. Okay. Quickly, 1 minute. Okay, students, let's have a look at your answers. Number 5, write an original poem about happiness. So we have to write a poem. I think number 5 matches with English. Yes. Number 6, how big is the top of your desk? Measure it. Yeah, and give your answer in square inches. I think that is math. Number 5 is English. Number 6 is math. Number 7, solve the following problem for x. I think that's easy as well. That's also math, yeah? Number 8, your football team lost the first 3 games. What can you say to encourage your team? What can you say to yourself and your team to encourage them to play better? Okay, I think that has to do with sports, physical education. Okay. And number 9, prove the 2 sides of the triangle below are equal. Okay, I think that is obvious as well. geometry, or math. Okay, so the bold-faced words, yeah? So students, I think you are familiar with these subjects that you did at school, okay? I think you should know all of them, yeah? Slide. Okay, quickly, okay. In your notebook, I want you to match the bold-faced words on the left with the definitions on the right. So number one, we have create, which is finish, yeah? So number one and number B matches. Number two is focus on something. Number three is a fact. Number four is logical. Five is original. Number six is measure. Seven is solve. Eight is encourage. And nine is prove. Okay? And A, we have making sense. C, we have not copied or one of a kind. Number D, to find the new answer to something. Number E, to show that something is true. Number F, to pay very close attention to something. Number G, a statement that is true. Number H, to find out the size of something. And number I is to say and do things to help someone do well. Okay, students, you have 2 minutes to do this quickly. Okay, I would say to you, pause this video, and then do the exercise. Okay, pause this video, and then you can start with the exercise. Okay, if you have your answers, start your video again. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, welcome back, students. Okay, welcome back. Okay, so number one is B, yeah? Number two is focus on something, means to pay very close attention to something. So number two is F. Number three is a fact, and a fact matches with G, a statement that is true. Number four is logical. Yeah, number four is logical, and the letter that matches number four is A, is making sense. Number five is original. Number five is original, and it matches with C, not copied or one of a kind. Number six is H, to find out the size of something, to measure. Number seven is solve. Number seven is solve, to show something that is true. It's not that. Number seven is D. Number seven is D, to find the answer to something. Number eight is encourage, and the answer is to say and do things to help someone do well. Encourage, correct, I. And number nine is E, to show that something is true, which is proof. Okay, if you got it right, congratulations, you did well. Okay, let's continue on to our next slide. I think it's the reading. Okay. Okay, reading one. Can we teach creative thinking in schools? Can we teach creative thinking in schools? Can we help students to think creatively? Okay, preview, let's read. The following magazine article is about creative thinking. Look at the title of the article and think about your answers to the question. From your experience, do schools teach creative thinking? Okay, question number one, do schools teach creative thinking? Number two, in which classes are students most likely to learn about creative thinking skills? Check the appropriate classes. Do students learn creative thinking in math class? Do students learn about creative thinking in art class? Do students learn about creative thinking in history class, in science class, or in English class? What do you think? What do you think is the answer? Okay. Okay. And please, if you have an answer, think about why or why not. Why or why not? Yeah. Can schools teach creative thinking in these certain subjects? Okay. Let's go on to read. Read the article on the next page. Create a chart like the one below to take notes. So we have to read, okay? And here's an example of how to take notes. Main ideas, creative thinking, important skills. Details, help, make new things, and also solve everyday problems. Then fix a car, okay? So this is an idea for you to take notes, students, okay? So make a chart, your notebooks and your pens, okay? Make a chart, main ideas, the details. Creative thinking, it helps, okay? Important skills, learn new things or make new things, solve everyday problems. Okay, let's continue. Okay, reading one. Can we teach creative thinking in schools by Miriam Al-Hamdi? Al-Hamidi. Okay. Okay. Read what is above the picture. First of all, let's read what is above the picture. Steve Jobs created the iPhone. Thuraya Kabil published a book of poetry in 1963. Mom made a delicious dinner with the food she found in the refrigerator. Okay, and then Uncle Fred fixed our broken car with a can opener. Okay, so these are all ideas about creative thinking. Okay, Steve Jobs created the iPhone. Thuraya Kabil published a book on poetry in 1963. Mom made fantastic food or a delicious dinner with food she found in the fridge. Okay, and the last point is Uncle Fred fixed our car with a can opener. Okay, who is this in the picture? I think everybody knows who this is in the picture. Why is he famous? Why is this person famous? What did he do that was so special? Okay, what did he do that was so special? Okay, I'm not going to give you the answers. His name is Steve Jobs, yeah? If you don't know what he did, please Google it and find out the answers and why he is so special. Okay. The next question is, what is so special about publishing a book of poems? What is so special about publishing a book of poems? Okay. A book of poems, okay. Of course, poems are not easy to write, okay, and to have a book on it is fantastic. It is special because maybe Thuraya Kabil wrote it in English, or maybe she wrote it in Arabic. Yeah, and it was important in 1963 maybe to have a lot more Arabic literature or information or poems or books. Yeah, 1963. Next question is, isn't eating the food straight from the refrigerator the same as what mom can do with it? All right, ask that question again. Isn't eating the food straight from the refrigerator the same as what mom can do with it? No, it's not the same. Mom made new food from food that was already in the fridge. It's like mom made a new dish. Mom made some new food with food that was in the fridge. Okay, recycle. She recycled it. Okay, she made something new with something that was old in the fridge. Okay. Next question is, why don't we all just fix our broken cars with a can opener? Why don't we all just fix our broken cars with a can opener? We cannot. Maybe Uncle Fred is very good, and maybe needed just a can opener to fix the problem. Yeah. I don't think everybody can do that. It takes a special kind of talent to do that. Okay. The last question is, what is the vocab word that all of these people have in common? What do you think is the vocab word that all of these people have in common, that all of them are the same? What is it that they all have the same of? What vocab word? Yeah? Can anybody remember? What do you think? Does anybody know? Okay, I will tell you, it is, these people are creative. Yeah, they are creative. They can create something out of nothing. Yeah, they can create something new from nothing. Okay, they can create. They are creative. Yeah, okay. Read paragraphs 1 and 2. It says, okay, so students, if you can't see very well, I'll just read it for you. Yeah, just follow. These creative people all did important things. Some people are famous and changed the way we live and think. Others were not well known and only helped one family for a day. Okay, so some were famous and some weren't famous. Paragraph 2. None of the people on the list finished college. Many of the world's most creative thinkers learned their creative skills outside of school. Okay, so they are creative thinkers, and most of them didn't finish college. Yeah, they didn't finish college because they are creative thinkers. Okay, next slide. Okay, can we teach creative thinking in schools? Okay. Read paragraphs 3, 4, and 5. Notice the bolded words. Okay. So let's read paragraph number 3. What does creative thinking help us do? The question is, what does creative thinking help us do? Creative thinking is very important, is a very important skill. It helps us make new things. So what does it do? Helps us make new things. It also helps us solve everyday problems that don't have one easy answer. Yet traditional schools often don't encourage creative thinking. Many teachers don't know how to teach it or to measure it. So what does it do? It helps us to make new things, and it also helps us to solve everyday problems. Okay. Says there also, schools don't teach creative thinking or don't encourage it. Yeah. They don't know how to teach it, or they don't know how to measure it. Yeah. They don't know if it is a good way of doing things or a not so good way of doing things. Okay. Paragraph 4, let's have a look at the question. What kind of thinking is easy to measure? Students, remember to take notes, yeah? So the question to number 3 is, it helps us to make new things and solve everyday problems, yeah? Question number 4 is, for paragraph 4, what kind of thinking is easy to measure? Let's read paragraph 4. Schools like to prove that students are learning. So they usually focus on teaching logical thinking and facts, which are easy to measure. Okay, I think that answer is straightforward. Schools teach focus on logical thinking and facts, which is easy to measure. Okay, so what kind of subjects is that? English maybe? History maybe? Science, math, yeah? It's easy to measure. Okay, the question for paragraph 5. If wolves like to eat chickens, why does it say 2 foxes plus 2 chickens equals 2 happy foxes? Okay, a fox is the same as a wolf, yeah? Okay, you'll find it in the mountains, yeah, foxes, yeah, they like to, it's a wild animal. Yeah, it's the same as a small wolf. Okay, paragraph 5. In contrast, the opposite. In contrast means the opposite. In contrast, creative thinking results in original answers. new answers that others don't usually think of. 2 plus 2 equals 4 if you are counting houses or apples. However, if a student is counting 2 hungry foxes plus 2 fat chickens, then 2 plus 2 equals 2 happy foxes. So that is an example of logical thinking. So if the foxes are hungry and they see 2 chickens, yeah, they eat the chickens, and the result is going to be 2 happy foxes. That's an idea of creative thinking or giving a creative answer. Okay. Let's continue. Read paragraphs 6 and 7, also on the right. Okay. What do creative thinkers do with their ideas? Okay, students, take note. Paragraph 6. What do creative thinkers do with their ideas? Most people think creative thinking is difficult to understand. They think it is hard to teach. They think they can measure or grade it, but actually it is not so complicated. Creative thinking is putting different ideas together in new ways. Okay, so what do creative thinkers do with the ideas? Yeah, what do they do with it? They are putting different ideas together in new ways. Okay, question for paragraph 7. What is an example of teaching students creative thinking? Again, what is an example of teaching students creative thinking? Some skilled teachers teach creative thinking all the time. In addition to teaching facts, they might teach students to measure the size of a room and also have them describe the size of a room. It is the size of a racquetball court. Okay, same as maybe a tennis court where people play tennis on, yeah? Or it's big enough for a football team to practice. They might teach facts about history and also have students discuss possible meanings of a painting from that time. The red colors seem angry, and that is how people were feeling during that war. They might even tell the students to create stories about when 2 plus 2 does not equal 4. Okay? Okay, so question number 7. What's an example of teaching students creative thinking? What is an example of teaching students creative thinking? The example is there, measuring the classroom, which has to do with math, but also how big is it? How big is the classroom? Maybe it's as big as a tennis court, or maybe it's as big as a football field where a team can practice on, or maybe it is big enough for people to play chess in. Yeah, 2 people, maybe it's very small. Yeah, maybe it is good for it's as big as a coffee shop. Yeah, where people can have enough space to drink coffee. So the idea is to use creative thinking and logical thinking together. So for example, how big is the classroom? We're going to use the measuring maybe of math. We're going to use the math skill there to measure the classroom, but also be creative for what it can also be used. Okay, here's an example. Okay, examples of the traditional test questions that have right and wrong answers. Okay, so the first one is 2 plus 2 equals 4. Yeah. Then the next one, Mahatma Gandhi was an English politician, led India to independence, is the current president of India. The correct answer is number 2. Yesterday, Joseph, his first year at university. He began his first year at university. Okay? Okay. Let's continue, students. Okay. It is your break time to rest your eyes. Okay. Take 2 minutes quickly, students. pause this video, and then after 2 minutes, we will continue to study. Okay. Okay, students, welcome back. Let us continue. Okay. We're still continuing with the reading, yeah? Let's read paragraph 8. The question there is, what do teachers need to see to measure a student's creative thinking? What do teachers need to see to measure the student's creative thinking? And the next question is, if a student just says what he likes to say, is he using creative thinking? Okay? So these two questions, bear it in mind, yeah? Let's read paragraph 8. Measuring creative thinking is not easy, but it is possible. There is no one right or wrong answer to a creative thinking question. How can a teacher or a computer know if 2 plus 2 equals 2? Is a creative answer about foxes and chickens, or if it is simply a wrong answer? Teachers need to see students' reasons for their answers in order to measure creative thinking. The student with the creative answer 2 plus 2 is putting math together with his knowledge from English class. He just read a novel about farming and learned that foxes are often a big problem for small farms and chickens. Another student might say 2 plus 2 equals 2 because I like the number 2. That is not creative thinking because that student is only saying what he likes. Okay. So question number 1 is, what do teachers need to see to measure students' creative thinking? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? Okay, so let's have a look at the answer. A teacher needs to see the student's reason why he is saying 2 plus 2 equals 2. If a student is, for example, giving a reason saying 2 foxes plus 2 chickens equals 2 happy foxes, because yesterday he was reading a book about farms, and on the farms the chickens get eaten by foxes that come onto the farm. That's a good enough reason. It makes sense to the teacher. But if a student just say 2 plus 2 equals 2 because I like the number 2, is not creative thinking. It's not giving a good enough reason for that teacher to give the students a pass mark for that answer. He is just saying it because he's not using his mind or his brain to give a logical answer. Okay. Okay. Paragraph 9. Last paragraph. Read paragraph 9. Do you know how you could feed a family with a small amount of money? Okay. Do you know how you can feed a family with a small amount of money, maybe 20 real? Okay. Think about a time you solved the problem in a creative way. Why was it unusual? Think about it, yeah? Think about a time you fixed or you solved the problem in a creative way. Why was it unusual? Let's read paragraph 9. Can schools teach creative thinking? Absolutely, and they must. Teaching logical thinking and facts is still important. We need math skills to make sure we don't spend more money than we have, for example. However, many other questions in life do not have clear right and wrong answers. For example, how do you feed a family healthy food with only a small amount of money? Our schools need to prepare students for those tasks as well. Teaching creative thinking to our students helps them to solve more problems, and that helps the rest of us. The world needs creative thinkers to create the new or the next iPhone, but we also need them to make dinner. So what this paragraph is saying, do you know how to feed people or your family with a small amount of money, maybe 20 real? Yes, we need people that can solve problems creatively. Yeah. The end of the paragraph says we need great thinkers that's going to make the new iPhone, but we also need people. People also need to know how to make dinner. So this is the important thing about creative thinking. We need to learn math, we need to learn English, we need to learn history, but we also need to learn how to be creative thinkers, how to use money, how to save money, yeah, how we can start a small business. What can we do to grow our business? What can we do to make sure that our business grows every year? Yeah, these are all ways that creative thinking is helping us in our daily lives. How do we solve problems? How do we fix problems? How do we make sure that our family is okay, our family is healthy? um, how do we know that the food that we eat is healthy? Yes, we need to learn all these things at school, but we also need to learn how to be creative thinkers about our health. Yes, so that's why creative thinking is very, very important. Okay, students, let's continue. Okay. Check the statements that best describe the main idea of the article. Use your notes to help you. Okay. So what do you think are the main idea of the article? Number A says you need to leave school to learn creative thinking to learn creative thinking skills. No. Number B. So it's not number A. Number B says math teachers need to teach more creative thinking because sometimes math has many interesting answers. Okay, maybe. Number C. Schools can and must teach creative thinking skills because the world needs creative thinkers. Okay, number C, maybe. Number D, creative people should become teachers so that we can have more creative teaching in our schools. That's not what the paragraph is saying, yeah? So it's maybe B or it's maybe C. Okay. So what do you think is the correct answer? I would go with C. Schools can and must teach creative thinking skills because the world needs creative thinkers. This is what the paragraph was about. Yes? Okay. Next question. Details. Cross out the incorrect ending to each statement. Use your notes to help you. Okay? So we need to delete. Okay, we need to delete. Use your notes to help you. Okay. The incorrect one. Okay. Number 1. Creative skills are important because they help us make new things. They help us solve everyday problems. They help us learn math better. Okay, which one are we going to delete? A, B, or C? Okay, number 1. Number 2, schools often don't teach creative thinking because students don't want to learn how to be creative. Number B, teachers don't know how to teach it. And number C, creative thinking is difficult to measure. Which one is wrong? Okay, number 1 and number 2. Quickly, 1 minute. Okay, students, which one do you think is wrong? Okay, so number one is right. Number A is right. Number B is right, and number C, I would delete number C. Yeah. Number 2, schools often don't teach creative thinking because which one do we delete? Which one is wrong? Is it A, B, or C? The correct answer is A. A is wrong. Okay. Schools don't often teach it because teachers don't know how to teach it, and teachers also don't know how to measure it. Okay, so those two are in the reading, yeah? Okay, so number 2 we delete is number A. Okay. Okay, number 3 and number 4, you do quickly. Pause the video, delete the one that doesn't belong there, that is incorrect, that's not correct. Okay, pause the video, students, and then answer these questions. Okay, so number 3, grades of thinking. I would say is delete, I would delete A, is impossible to understand, yeah? Number 4, grades of thinking questions. The incorrect one is also number A. Usually I have one correct answer, okay? That is wrong. Usually there are multiple answers to a question, not only one correct answer like we have in math. Okay. Make inferences. Okay. Let's read. Inferring connections between statements and examples. An inference is an educated guess about something that is not directly stated in the text. Writers often use examples to help readers understand a general statement. Sometimes readers need to infer the connection between a general statement or definition and an example in a text. Look at the general statement and example and read the explanation. General statement. Creative thinking is putting different ideas together in new ways in paragraph 6. Example, it's the room size of a racquetball court or a tennis court, yeah? In this example of creative thinking, the students put different ideas together in new ways. He describes the size of a room by putting together his knowledge about math and sports. After reading the example closely, we can infer its connection with the general statement. Okay. Because we have an example there. And we get better understanding of what creative thinking is. Okay. Number 1, or the first question at the bottom, is learning English like climbing a mountain? What do you think? Is learning English like climbing a mountain? What is the connection between English and a mountain? Okay. The question is learning English like climbing a mountain? Okay. So if we're going to climb a mountain, is it easy or is it difficult? Is it easy or is it difficult? Maybe for some of you it is easy, for some of you it's maybe difficult, yeah? So if it is difficult for you, it feels like you're going up the mountain. And when you go up the mountain, maybe you feel like you are going to lose your breath or your oxygen, yeah? And you have to keep on fighting and fighting until you get up the mountain. Yeah, so this is a general statement about climbing a mountain and English. Yeah, so climbing in the mountain we would use maybe with sports about running, exercising, yeah, and English. Yeah. Okay, next slide. Okay, making inferences. Look at each example of creative thinking from the text and answer the questions. Choose subjects from the box. In the box we have art. I hope everybody knows what art is: painting, it's drawing, yeah? Business subject, studying of business, yeah? English, you know. Health, your body, your healthy body or a healthy food that you have to eat. History, you know. Math, you know. Sports, you know. And of course, I hope you know science. Okay, example of creating thinking is in box number 1. In box number 2 is the question: what subject knowledge does the student put together? Okay, so subjects, from what subjects? From what subject does the student get his information from? Is question from the box for number 2. Let's do number 1. It's the room is big enough for a football team to practice. The room is big enough for a football team to practice. Yes? From what subject does that come from? It definitely comes from sports, yeah? Definitely comes from sports. Number 2, the red color seem angry, and that is how people were feeling during that war. Okay, that is how people were feeling during that war. From what subjects can we take that information from? We can take that subject from art. Okay, we can take that information from art, and we can also take that information from history, the war, yeah? Next slide. Okay, you do number 3. You do number 3. Trying to feed a family healthy food with only a small amount of money. Okay. Trying to feed a family healthy food with only a small amount of money. Okay. From what subjects would you get this information from? Okay, I would say business and also health, maybe a little bit of math as well. Yeah, I would say health and math. No, not business, but just health and math. Okay, let's continue, students. Okay, vocabulary for reading 1. Have an idea, something new, make me think of, okay, make me think of, yeah, thinking of something or someone, pieces, small parts of something, taking risk. I think we remember what taking risk is, doing something dangerous, yeah? Realize is to figure something out, and to remember is something that you forget before and now you remember. Okay. Continue. Okay. Reading 2. Tips for success in college. How to be creative. Saudi Arabia, changing times. Question at the bottom here is, can you think of a problem somewhere that needs to be solved? Can you think of a problem somewhere, maybe in the country or in the world, that needs to be solved, or your problem? Yeah? Think quickly of a problem that you think needs to be solved. Yeah? Okay, let's read that. Saudi Arabia, changing times. The world is changing. Computers are changing the way we work. International business is changing the way we live. Like many countries, the government of Saudi Arabia has decided its schools should change too. In the past, most schools did not teach creative thinking. Instead, the focus was on remembering facts and memorizing rules. Vision 2030 plans how schools can develop skills that will help students to be successful in the 21st century. Schools will need to teach even very young students problem solving and workforce skills. For example, instead of learning facts about biology, a 5th grade class might work to solve a real life problem using science. They can have a video conference about it with a class on the other side of the world. In this way, education is starting to prepare young people for real situations, not only exams. Okay. Tips for Success in College is a website with lots of advice for undergraduate students. Read the tips for how to be creative. As you read, guess the meanings of the words that are new to you. Remember to take notes on main ideas and details. Okay, get ready to learn about how to be creative. Okay, students, pens, notebooks, take some notes. Okay, tips for success in college. How to be creative. Paragraph 1. As you begin college, you will receive lots of advice about how to be a good student. For example, always attend all your classes, be organized, and get to know your professors. This is all great advice and will certainly help you to succeed in your classes. However, there is another kind of advice that is less common. Advice to help you use what you learn in your class to make something new and original. The following tips may be the most important ones that you know, that you get to know, that you get. Tips on how to be creative. So how can you be creative? Let's read what they say. Okay, number 1, be curious. Be curious. Can you still remember be curious, students? Okay, be curious. Okay, this is the most important tip. And there are so many ways to do it. If you walk the same way to school every day, take another path. List 3 classes that you don't know anything about at your college. Then take one. When your roommate invites you to a cricket match, say yes. Even if you don't know anything about cricket, go and learn about it. Being curious helps us to learn new things. The more things we know about, the more possibilities we have for combining information in original ideas. One common definition of creative thinking is combining information in new ideas. Okay, students, you know what curious means? Yeah? Do you know what combining means? Yeah? Combining means is putting 2 things together. Yeah? So the first step is to be curious. If you don't know, find out. If you don't know what is if you don't know science, go and find out from your friends what is science about. Read up on it in Google, yeah? But find out new information, even if you don't know it. Be curious to find out the new information. Next slide. Number 2, take risks. Take risks. Many of us are afraid of taking risks because we are afraid of making mistakes. This fear may come from parents or others who say, for example, you are not very good at speaking English. You should keep quiet. Or, I'm afraid you will do it wrong. Stop listening to those people. Never fear making mistakes. Try out your English with a native speaker. Cook a meal, even if you're not sure how to do it. Learn a new sport. Thomas Edison's first light bulb didn't work. They were mistakes, but each one gave him the information he needed to create a light bulb that worked. Creative people take risk, but you won't take risk if you are afraid of making mistakes. So, students, take risks. You have to make mistakes so that you can grow and find out information. If you don't take risk, you are never going to learn. Okay? Even if you speak English and it comes out bad, good. The teacher will correct you. Your native speaker friend will help you. Yeah? But speak. Tip number 3, whatever you create, make a lot of it. Okay? Write lots of stories, draw lots of pictures, build lots of models. A study compared work from 2 college ceramic classes. One teacher told students, make as many pieces as you can. The other teacher told students, make the best pieces you can. You can guess where the best work was, in the class where students made lots of pieces. Okay? So because students made a lot of pieces, they could, whatever they got wrong, they could make it better because they made a lot of it and they could try out different shapes and different designs. That's why the students who made the more pieces were better. Okay. Comprehension. Complete the sentences by checking all possible endings. Use your notes from reading 2 to help you. In order to become creative, you should follow the tips on the website. Stop going to your regular classes. Learn about different subjects. Learn from your mistakes. Be very careful in everything that you do. Focus on one long project at a time. Okay, so the question is, in order to be creative, you should, number A, follow the tips on the website? I would say yes. Number B, stop going to your regular classes? No. Number C, learn about different subjects? Yes. Number D, learn from mistakes? Yes. Be very careful in everything you do? Nope. And number F, focus on one long project at a time? Nope. Okay, do different things. Okay. Complete the gaps using the correct form of the vocabulary. Okay. So we have to put in the words, the vocabulary words in the space. And what part of speech is it? Is it a noun? Is it a verb? Is it an adjective or is it an adverb? Okay. So let's do this. In the box we have, complete the sentence with the correct words or phrases from the box. In the box we have combining, create, curious, encourage, fact, focus on, logical, measure, original pieces, prove, solve, study, take a risk. Okay, number one. My favorite class is history and literature of Saudi Arabia. Combining Arabic and history in one class is a great idea. Okay. Number two, tell me more about your life. I am what? I am curious. I am curious. Number three, I know you think you are a terrible tennis player and signs up for the class anyway. Take a risk and sign up for the class anyway. Okay, so if you are bad, I know you are a bad tennis player, but take a risk and sign up for the class. Number four, being bored can help you to be more creative. That is what a recent space at King Saud University found. A recent study found. Okay, so students, I've helped you with three, yeah? Okay. Okay, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Okay, there are 11, 12, 13, and 14 on the next page. Okay, I want you to do for me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pause this video, please. Pause this video and do for me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, students, welcome back. Each art student painted 6 pieces for the final exam. Pieces, yes? If you add pieces, wonderful. If you want to be an engineer, you need to be able to think in a way. In a what way? You have to think in a logical way. Number 7, you may not like online education, but it is a fact that more students are taking classes online every year. It's a fact. Number 7. Number 8, Adnan is very creative. He has many original ideas. Number 9, my roommate is not doing well in his class. We need to encourage him to do better. Number 10, for creative writing class, I have to create a blog. I will put my writing there and other students can comment on it. Create, number 10. Okay, students, 11, 12, 13, and 14, yeah? Quickly pause the video and do 11, 12, 13, and 14 for me, please. Okay. Number 11, my advisor tells me I have to focus on one major, but I can't decide. I love studying all different things. Number 12, I have to measure my paintings to see how many can fit on the wall. I have to measure my paintings, yeah? Number 13, I need to take the English entrance test tomorrow. If I prove I can write an essay, I don't have to take English 1A. And the last one, Ishmael, can you help me solve this problem? I can't get the computer to work with the projector. Okay, so number 14 is solve. Okay. Continue, students. Okay. Time to rest your eyes. Where does the game go? Is the question. Where does the game go? Okay. Students, take a 5-minute break. pause this video, take a 5-minute break, and then come back, yeah? Okay, students, welcome back. Welcome back, yes? Okay, I hope you've rested your eyes, taken a break. Now let's continue. Okay. So read the sentences on the left, paying attention to the bold-face expressions. Then match the sentences on the left with the sentences on the right that have similar meanings, yeah? Okay. So we have matched the sentence on the left with the sentences that have similar meaning on the right. Number 1 says, I solved the problem. Number 2, I had an idea. Number 3, I realized Salwa was an artist. Number 4, I remembered Salwa was an artist. And number 5, the picture made me think of Salwa. Number 8, this was always true, but I only just understood it. I knew this, but I forgot until now. Number C, first it was difficult, but then I found an answer that worked. Number D, I thought of something new. And number E is I saw it and I thought of her. Okay. Okay, so number 1, I solved the problem. I solved the problem. It matches with what? Number C. First it was difficult, but then I found an answer that worked. Okay. 2, 3, 4, and 5 students. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Quickly. 2 minutes. Pause the video. 2 minutes. Okay, after you've done the exercise, please come back. Number 2 is, I had an idea. It matches with, I thought of something new. Number D. Number 3, I realized Salwa was an artist. Okay, it matches with number A. Number 4, I remembered Salwa was an artist. I knew this, but I forgot until now. Okay, and number 5 is, made me think of her. I saw it and I thought of her. Number E. Okay, now complete each sentence with the appropriate bold-faced expression from the sentence above. Okay. So on top here we have, I had an idea, made me think of, remembered, realized, solved the problem. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, students. Okay, pause this video. Okay, I'll explain to you what you need to do before you pause. Okay, we need to take these words or these phrases on top. Had an idea, made me think of, remembered, realized, and solved the problem. And we have to put it in the open spaces. Okay, so let's do number 1. I saw the beautiful weather yesterday morning. Then I had an idea. I called some friends and we had a picnic at the beach. I had an idea. So number 1 is I had an idea. Okay, quickly do for me 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pause this video. And please do for me 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, students, welcome back. Let's do number 2. I didn't understand what that woman said to me at first. Then I realized she was speaking Dutch, not English. So number 2 is realize. Number 3, I thought there was nothing in the house for lunch. Then I remembered I had bought a frozen pizza last week. I remembered. Number 4, I bought a new picture today. It made me think of you. I think you will like it. It made me think of you, number 4. And number 5, obvious, yeah? We lost our electricity on the first day of Eid. At first, it was terrible. However, we solved the problem. We cooked dinner on a campfire and we used candles for light. Okay, students, wonderful if you got that right. Okay, vocabulary, reading 1, listening and speaking. Okay, Number one is a positive attitude. Yeah, being hopeful in all times. A reward, something you get for working hard. And ACE means that you get an A plus for an exam. Achieve, okay, getting something you've worked hard on. Avoid, not speaking to somebody, avoiding somebody, making sure that you don't run into them. Okay, bomb is to fail an exam. Cram is to study, to put all the information of the exam into your brain in a short period of time. Cut class is not to attend class. Distractions are things that keeps you from not focusing. Factors are things that uh, helps the situation and maybe a negative result or have a positive result. Fall behind is not to be on the same path as people that are ahead of you, and figure out is to realize something. Okay, student success workshop. Read and listen to the college website about the student workshop. Notice the bold-faced words. Try to guess the meanings. Yes. Read the above. Get ready to learn how to be more successful. City College Counseling Center, Student Success Workshop. Do you feel like you don't have enough time to finish all your daily tasks and assignments? Question number 2. Do you spend a lot of time studying but still get poor grades? Question number 3. Do you have trouble concentrating in classes and lectures? Question number 4. Do you delay doing your schoolwork and put off your assignments until just before they are due? If your answer is yes to any of these questions, then this college success workshop is for you. Okay. What has a negative effect on your ability to think and learn? Okay, the question at the bottom is, what has a negative effect on your ability to think and learn? There are many factors that lead to student success, such as choosing the right classes, having good study skills, getting help from teachers and counselors, and staying healthy and active. Another important factor is time management. Many students don't know how to manage their time well. For example, do you try to multitask or do other activities when you study, such as text messaging friends while you do homework? You may think you are saving time, but in fact, multitasking has negative effect on your ability to think and learn. So multitasking means doing a lot of things at the same time. It has a negative effect on your ability to think and learn. Many research studies show that our brains are not able to concentrate on more than one challenging task at a time. Studies also show that students who multitask do worse in school than students who don't. They take more time to finish their work and they receive lower test scores and grades. Okay, so the question at the bottom is, what has a negative effect on your ability to think and learn? The answer is multitasking. Okay. Paragraph 2. Another big problem for students is procrastination. Do you have a hard time getting started on assignments? Do you avoid your schoolwork by doing other activities instead? Or maybe you quit working on assignments when you don't know how to finish it. Then you are a procrastinator. Procrastinators avoid doing the things they should be doing now, saying they will do them later. But don't worry, we are here to help. In our one-day workshop, we will give you strategies to help you. So first problem is multitasking, and second problem is procrastination. Okay, so what are the strategies? Number 1, set goals and organize the task you need to get done. So set goals and the task you need to get done. Number 2, learn better study habits. Number 3, avoid distractions that keep you from getting your work done. And number 4, stop procrastinating and get things done on time. Don't put it off any longer. Sign up in the counseling office today. College success will be your reward. Okay. So don't multitask, don't procrastinate. What are the strategies that we can follow to be successful? Set goals. Number 1, learn better study skills. Number 3, avoid distractions. And number 4, stop procrastinating and get things done. Okay? Set goals. Learn better study habits. Avoid distractions and stop procrastinating. Okay. Let's do this exercise, students. Match each bold-faced word or phrase in the text with its definition. Okay. So number 1 is finished. Task, jobs or pieces of work that must be done. Number 2, put off. Put off matches with what? Put off matches with number G, to delay something. Number G. Okay, students, pause this video, please. You have 5 minutes to do this exercise quickly. So please pause this video. You should know the meanings of these words. Okay, so pause this video, 5 minutes, and then we will continue. Okay, welcome back, students. The answer to number 3, factors. Factors matches with I, things that causes a situation. Number 4, manage. Manage, to have control of something. Number E. Number 5, D. Number 5, negative. The answer is D, correct. Harmful or bad. Number 6, research studies. Okay, the correct answer is J. Careful studies to report new knowledge about something. Okay, number 7. What do you have for number 7, students? Number 7 is procrastination. Number 7 is procrastination. Okay, procrastination matches with K. The act of delaying something you must do, usually because you do not want to do it. Number K, number 7, K. Number 8, avoid. Avoid is out. To choose not to do something or to say stay away from someone or something. Avoid. Okay, number 9, strategies. Number 9, strategies. The answer is F. Congratulations if you got it right. Plans or ways to get something done. Number 10, goals. Things you want to do in the future. Number A. Number 11, B. Things that must be difficult, make it difficult to think or pay attention. Distractions, yeah? Number 11, B. And number 12 is C, rewards. Something that is given to you for doing good work. Okay, let's go over that again. Number 2, G. Number 3, I. Number 4, E. Number 5, D. Number 6, J. Number 7, K. Number 8, L. Number 9, F. Number 10, A. 11, B. And 12, C. Okay. Okay, students, let's continue with the vocab for the listening. Focus. Okay, focus on something. Goals, want to achieve in the future. Hang out is to be in a certain place, okay, or to be with certain people in a certain place. Hit the books, to study. Manage, to be over control of something. Negative, something harmful. Pressure, stresses that you feel. Procrastination, delaying something. Task, yeah, things we have to do. The last minute is up until the exercise needs to be given in. Time, yeah. Waste is wasting time, yeah, not using your time effectively. Okay, students, let's continue. Okay, Listening to a student discussion. Read the words in the box. Then read the statement. Circle the best definition for the bold-faced words or phrase. Okay. Number 1. Okay. Amira wants to graduate from college. She's a good student, so I'm sure she will achieve her goal. To want to do something, to succeed in doing something you want. Okay, students, I think the correct answer, not I think, but the correct answer is number 1B. Okay, quickly, do number 2 for me. Okay, students, what do you think is number 2? Is it A or is it B? The correct answer is A, to direct your attention or effort. Okay, number 3 and number 4, do for me, please. Okay, number 3, positive attitude. Number B. Number 4, pressure, feeling of stress because people expect you to do something. Again, number B. Okay. Okay. Last one. Is it A or is it B? Waste. Okay, the correct answer is correct. If you said A, congratulations, yeah? Okay, to use something in a way that is not useful or effective. The question at the bottom is, have you recognized yourself in any of these behaviors? Do you have a positive attitude? Do you focus? Do you achieve your goals? Are you usually under pressure because people expect certain things from you? Do you usually waste your time? Do you procrastinate? Okay, continue. The student discussion. Read through the conversation between these two students. Is there a problem? Hey, how's it going? Not bad. So what's up? Oh, I'm on my way to the library. I need to hit the books. I've got a biology midterm tomorrow. Biology? That should be easy. Yeah, easy for you to say. You aced biology, right? My problem is I cut class a lot at the beginning of the semester. I didn't study much because my roommate kept asking me to hang out with him. I really fell behind. Now I have to try to catch up on everything before tomorrow's test. Ouch! Sounds like you really put all of it to the last minute. Tell me about it. I think I'm going to have to pull an all-nighter. Okay, so the bold-faced words is hit the books. Have to study. Aced, get an A+. I cut class. I don't come to class. Hang out. I know you understand hang out. Fell behind, not at the same par as all the other students. The last minute, right before you have to do something or pull an all-nighter, is to study all night. Let's see. Hey, I don't know if you ask me. I don't know. If you ask me, that's not such a good idea. I pulled a few all-nighters to study last semester, and I bombed the test because I was too tired. It's just too hard to focus without enough sleep. Yeah, well, I guess. I learned the hard way. So how about you? What are you up to? I'm just on my way to my chemistry professor's office. There's a homework problem I can't figure out. I need to get some help. Okay, well, I'd better get to the library. I need to cram for the test. Good luck. Okay, bomb, fail. Yes, figure out, to remember, to realize, and to cram is to study a lot, all the information before your exam. Okay. Okay, so we have to match now, match the phrases on the left with the meanings on the right. Okay, I gave you an example now. I went through all of those phrases. Okay, so students, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, you have 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Pause this video. 3 minutes. See how many you can remember. Okay. Good luck. Okay, students, welcome back. Okay, number 1, hit the books. Number 1 is C, to study, yeah? Number 2, ACE. Number E, to receive an A or an A+. Number 3, cut class. Cut class. Number H, to skip class. Number 4, hang out. Number J, to spend time in a certain place or with people, J. Number 5, fall behind. F, to fail to do something as quickly as planned or as required. Number 6, the last minute. B, the last possible time that something can be done. Number 6 is B. Number 7, pull an all-nighter. Number 8, to stay up all night to study. Number 8, bomb is I, to fail a test. And number 9 is figure out, is D, to understand or to solve by thinking. Number 10 is G, to quickly prepare right before a test. Okay, so 1 is C, 2 is E, 3 is H, 4 is J, 5 is F, 6 is B, 7 A, 8 I, 9 D, and 10 G. Students, let's continue. Okay, put off, procrastination, pull an all-nighter, research studies, strategies, and success. Okay, you should know this now, by now, students. Okay, continue. Okay. Students, that is the end of the slide, the presentation. Okay, thank you very, very much. And I hope you understood the vocab. Have a good evening, okay, and a good day. Thank you very much. And please prepare for your exams, yeah? Don't multitask. Don't procrastinate. Don't avoid studying, please, okay? Study when you have to study, please. And good luck studying. Thank you very much. Good day.